Hey everybody, this is Gabe Vega from Commtech USA, and I'm here to demonstrate how one who is blind can successfully and accessibly run a in-person retail establishment and take cards from a point-of-sale device while you are blind. I here am using the Square point-of-sale system with the Square stand. It comes with a case holding apparatus that holds an iPad. I'm using an iPad 2018, 32 gigabytes with Wi-Fi and cell SIM. And I'm running the latest version of the Square point-of-sale system, along with the Square stand with the mag stripe swiper in the bottom front, and the iPad sits on top of that, and behind that maybe about 4 inches higher than the swiper, and about 4 inches behind it, and it sits at an angle. Along with that, I have
search. Ticket actions. Button. Search field.
I have a Square card reader that both takes chip cards and Google Pay and Apple Pay cards. So what I'm going to show you today is how I use these to take payment in person, and how a blind person can do it accessibly on their own. The thing that I don't have with me today, obviously just due to the corona pandemic, is I don't have my cash drawer and my barcode scanner. Right now I'm simply running the point of sale system on my iPad with my Square stand, my mag stripe reader for sliding cards, and my chipless, my chip card, and my contactless payment, Apple Pay and Google Pay apparatus here with me while I tape this video. So I'm going to give you the perspective so you can see while I'm using it, and then here while I'm doing it with voiceover. So all of the screen is totally accessible, and as I swipe, you're going to see voiceover reads everything, the same thing that a sighted person would do if they were using it in a retail location. We use this at our downtown office in Bakersfield, California, and that's how we take payments in person, so that we could take customer payments, so on and so forth. So there's a bunch of items here on the screen. We're going to go to the very top left.
Redeem rewards. Button. Search. Ticket. Add item. Library. Stand connected / reader connected. Button.
So the first thing it tells you in the very first element is that the stand is connected, the iPad is connected to a stand, and the card reader is connected. Those are two accessories. The stand comes with a 3-port USB hub that you could connect other accessories to. That's right here. And you can connect, like I said, a cash drawer and a barcode scanner and a receipt printer to print receipts. These days though, because customers like the convenience of text receipts and email receipts, most businesses, unless you're like a restaurant or a retail, something of that nature, don't really use printers. Customers really prefer the convenience of text and email receipts. So we're going to swipe once to the right,
Library. Heading.
and it tells us that we're in our library of products. That means that instead of manually entering or keypadding in a set amount for a product or a service, you literally choose from a menu, which is on the right side of the screen, to select a product or a service that a customer is going to pay for.
Add item. Button.
And as the company And if you want to create or add more products to your library, to your menu of products, you would just click that, the add item button.
Add customer button.
You can add a customer if you're taking payments over the phone, or if the customer wants to put in their information, email, phone number, so on and so forth, address, they could do that, or you could do that in a manner where if a customer comes up to your counter or your station and says, hey, I want to buy this, and you start off by saying, okay, can I get your name? Can I get your phone number? Can I get your email? You can enter it on your own as the system's facing you, like this, in this manner, or if the customer wants to do it by themselves, you just hit that button and then you bring back the system back towards them. Past that,
Ticket actions button.
ticket actions, that's something that's mainly used in restaurants. That's something that we're not going to demonstrate, talk about, or do here.
Search field.
Search is to search for a product. If you obviously have a large menu or selection of services or products, you would click that and you would search for your product or service that way.
$1 of support. $1. Action
So here is our products. Here's our items that we're charging and have for today's selection. We have $8 of support. Commtech is a tech support and training company, and that's what we use, and that's what we provide. So here's $8. If you want to buy $1 of support, that's what you would click there.
Redeem rewards button.
And then here's other buttons that have to do with customer interaction, loyalty. Redeem rewards if you offer a reward or a loyalty system.
Gift cards button.
Gift cards if you utilize and deal with gift cards, which is what we do. We sell digital electronic gift cards for Commtech. So if you have a client or a relative or a friend or family that would like Commtech services and you want to get them Commtech services via a gift card, we have the ability to process that there with that option.
Discounts button.
Discounts, if you want to provide a discount, whether it's a coupon or like a manual discount, you would choose your product and then apply the discount there, just so that it could all be trackable in the point of sale system. So for example, if I wanted to sell a service for $1, but I wanted to give like a 50% discount or a 99% discount, whether it's 50 cents or a penny, I would go into there, I would enter in that discount, and that's all trackable in your inventory of your point of sale system.
All items button.
And then here's all items in case all the items aren't currently showing on the screen.
Charge $1. $1.
And then there's the charge button. So if you want to go ahead and commence with your transaction, you would hit that there.
Main menu button.
Main menu obviously brings down a menu of other operations and sections of the program when you're not in a current transaction or a retail situation where you're trying to sell a service.
1 button.
And that tells you that there's one item being ready for sale.
Library button.
That's to change the mode. Library button is to change the mode of what you see here. So right now we're in our library, which shows a menu of options of products and services that we can transact with the client or with the customer.
Keypad button.
Keypad, and I'm going to hit that now,
Amount.
changes
$0.
the screen to a actual keypad where you could manually type in the amount you're charging, the description or the purpose for the charge, and all that goes on the receipt for the customer that they received. So that's what you see in front of you. You have all the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The delete button, a 0, a double zeros to make dollars, whole dollars, a note, which is where your description goes of what you're selling, and the same buttons up here.
1, 2, 3.
So I'm
delete,
gonna
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Add 0, 0, 0. Add customer button. Ticket actions button.
and there was an add button back there, so you could do multiple charges. For example, $1 plus $5 plus $8. So it basically turns it into like a standard, accessible touchscreen cash register, because now you have a keypad and you have all the major functions and options of a mainstream everyday cash register that you would find in like a retail location such as Walmart or Best Buy or things of that nature.
$1 of support. $1.
So
Add custom amount. Charge $1. Main menu. Button. 1 button. Library button. Keypad.
and then I'm going to go back to the library.
Library.
So now we're back to our menu of options, and now I'm going to go ahead and commence with the transaction. So
Main menu.
I
Button.
already have a customer here. I have a customer getting ready to purchase a $1 of support.
Charge $1.
So I'm going to
$1.
say
Button.
charge $1.
Cancel. Button.
So on this screen, you have a cancel button to cancel the transaction.
Split amount. Button.
And
$1.
you have all these options. Split amount, and then it says the amount is $1.
Swipe, insert, or tap to pay.
And it says swipe, insert, or tap to pay. And I'm going to show you two types of transactions, and maybe I'll come back with the second video to show you the third type. So I'm going to show you swipe and
$1. Swipe, insert, or tap to pay.
and insert, which is the chip reader. So
Swipe, insert, or tap to pay.
I'm gonna do that now, and it beeped me because it's actually we're saying, hey, you know, we're waiting for a transaction. So I'm gonna try not to shoot the card. I'm gonna go ahead and swipe the card now.
Authorizing. Please insert card. Cancel payment.
Okay, and I did that importantly because I want to show you what it's like to swipe a card. So what I did is right now I have the system facing towards you, meaning you're viewing everything I'm doing from your perspective. So what I did was I'm behind the point of sale system, and you're looking at the system as if you were the customer looking at the card swiper and the screen. And I just swiped the card, and the reason why I did that, I knew that it wouldn't take it, but I swiped it anyways just to show you what the experience was like. If this was a swipeable card, which most cards aren't these days, most cards have chips, and they would prefer that you chip them. They would process the transaction once you swiped it. This card is a chip. It has to be chipped. It will not take the transaction any other way. So if the transaction was successful, it would have swiped, it would have said processing, and it would have said authorized successful. And the reason why I didn't do that is because it wants you to insert the chip, and it advises you that the screen reader
Cancel payment. Button.
says
Please insert card.
please insert card, because that's just the way it wants to complete the transaction. So I'm going to do that now. I'm sticking the card in the chip reader, chip side up.
Cancel payment. Button. Authorizing. Processing. Cancel payment. Button.
Okay, so it did several things right now. The card swiper beeped once. That means it's a successful transaction. The system said processing, authorizing, and now I'm on a different screen, and I'll go ahead and read that with you now.
Done signing. Dim. Button. Signature
So
pad.
this is where a customer would sign, and I'm gonna do that now.
Voiceover off.
Yeah. And you hit done? Okay. So now the customer has signed,
Voiceover on. Square. New sale. Button. Landscape. Home. Add customer.
and you're now
$1.
to this screen.
Add
So
customer. New sale. Button.
in a high volume situation where customers' informations don't matter, you could just hit new sale up here in the top left corner.
Add customer.
There's an add customer in case they want to be added to your email list, to your loyalty program. If you just want to capture their information, you could hit add customer, and a whole bunch of fields such as email, name, address, phone number will pop up.
$1. Please remove card.
And then
English. Button.
it's telling you to remove the card, so I'm going to do that. And
English. Button. No thanks. Button. Provide your email to automatically receive receipts from Square Business.
now
You may receive marketing
it
messages.
wants
Send. Dim. Button.
to
Receipt. Text
do
view. Provider. Send.
two types of
$1.
receipts.
Add customer. Button.
So
$1.
it's telling you to charge $1. You could either go to a new sale, add a new customer, or get a receipt.
How would you like to receive your receipt?
And it says, how would you like to receive a receipt? And all this could be done with the customer. So this means that the the blind person utilizing the point of sale doesn't have to, do any of this. Or, on the other hand, if you have a blind customer, they could successfully do all this on their own as well. So it works both ways.
Text receipt. Text field.
So we're gonna say this time no receipt. I've been through this several times. Essentially, if you put a phone number in this box where it's asking for a phone number, it will text you a receipt when you hit
Send.
the send button. And the next box asks you for an email address
Provide your number to receive receipt via text. Email receipt. Text field.
right here. And if you enter an email address and hit the send button next to that,
Send. Dim. Button.
it will send you an email receipt.
Provide your email to automatically
So-
receive receipts from Square Business you purchase from. You may receive marketing messages. No thanks. Button.
And then here's no thanks. So
English.
we're just gonna hit
No
no
thanks.
thanks and complete the transaction.
No thanks. Dim. New sale. Button. New sale. Add customer. $1. Transaction complete.
And it says transaction complete.
English. Button. English.
And
Transaction.
there we
$1.
go.
Add customer. New sale. New sale.
And that English button there at the bottom is actually to change language in case you're dealing with a client or a customer that speaks a different language, such as Spanish or whatever case may be. So
New sale.
we're gonna go to new sale,
New. Stand connected / reader connected. Button.
and we're back at the beginning of our process. So that is the Square Stand Reader from a blindness perspective. Again, the main parts are your contact list, Apple Pay, Google Pay, and chip reader. You have your stand, which holds your iPad, which obviously talks with voiceover, and then you have your mag stripe reader, which is in the front at the bottom, along with a 3-port USB hub to connect other devices such as a print receipt printer, a cash drawer, and a barcode scanner for scanning inventory product and stock. So I hope this was helpful. Again, my name is Gabe Vega from Commtech USA. You can visit our website at commtechusa.net. That's COMMTECHUSA.net. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to get in contact with us, please send email to info at commtechusa.net, COMMTECHUSA.net, or give us a call at 661-270-2299, extension 1, and I'd be glad to talk to you further about this. Thank you very much.